Amadike, a journalist with the New Telegraph newspaper, has emerged winner of the Nigeria Breweries Golden Pen Award Reporter of the Year 2017. Mr. Amadike got a cash prize of 2 million naira, courtesy of Nigeria Breweries, while the first runner-up got 1 million naira and 750,000 naira for the second runner-up. In the photojournalist category, the overall winner received 1 million naira, while the first and second runners-up were rewarded with 750,000 naira and 500,000 naira respectively. The winner of the Nigeria Breweries Golden Pen Report of the Year received 1 million naira. The 2017 edition of the Golden Pen Award is the 9th in the series.
This gathering is a ceremony to climax a professional competition that opened sometime in July and spanned over a period of 4 weeks. It's one thing to do your job as efficiently and professionally as possible. It becomes more fulfilling when you are recognized and awarded openly. Over the years, MBPLC had decided they will honor members of the fourth estate of the realm for the critical roles their job play in nation building. It's the 2017 Golden Pen Award, an evening for gentlemen of the press, families, friends, guests, and the hosts, Nigeria Breweries.
It's our hope and expectation that the media, in its agenda-setting responsibility, will draw attention to these key sectors of the economy.
The very fact that our young journalists prefer at the end of their name now to say winner of the Golden Pen Award after their name tells us something, what they think about this event. So again, I want to thank you very much for this.
This year's award focuses on published reports on agriculture, local sourcing and industrial development in 2016. And for the purposes of the award, there are 3 categories: the Nigeria Breweries Golden Pen Reporter of the Year, Photojournalist of the Year, and Report of the Year, as well as several runner-ups.
I was not expecting to be the overall winner. But I knew from day one, I knew from the day I entered that the story would compete. So for the Nigerian Breweries to deem it fit to institute this award that eventually made me a millionaire, I must say a very big thank you to the Breweries and more grace to their able.
But the good thing is, with the change of theme and with the different things we do, each journalist gets a chance to find validation in what he does for the country. Because if Nigeria wins, we all win.
The improvements made every year in terms of quality of entries, the number, and the prize money clearly underscores the importance attached to the program, which the company says is aimed at promoting professional and objective reportage of events in Nigeria.
The scourge of illegal bunkering, pipeline vandalism and product theft has massively impacted negatively on the capacity of Nigeria's oil and gas revenue base. In a bid to correct the shortfall, Shell Petroleum and Development Company has brought host communities and other stakeholders to a roundtable discussion on how issues affecting them can be resolved. They've also appealed to host communities to embrace peace in order to attract development and growth.
Shell Petroleum and Development Company, SPDC, takes a position of concern for the well-being of host communities. And to drive the point home, another meeting is here convened, the 2017 Swamp West Hub Stakeholders Forum, which brings together leadership of 3 Ishakiri communities to foster a mutually beneficial relationship.
At the time we started operations, what we are doing with our communities was what we call community assistance. In community assistance, we give to the community what we feel the community needs. But we are moved away from that position to where we can sit with communities and say, communities, what are your needs? Because you know it better than we do.
The traditional institutions represented give assurance of sustainable peace, urging the management of SPDC to always carry the community along and prioritize its needs.
All he has been doing, most of it, to get the communities together, to
to bring sanity to the community, to settle crises among the communities, and he has also spoken to SPDC several times to see how they carry their communities along in their operations.
After the event, the asset manager, Swamp West SPDC, also drew attention to the vital role the government has to play in the development of the Niger Delta.
Without the government being part of it, we cannot move this agenda forward. And if you want an enabling environment for the government to generate the revenue they're going to do, then each one of us must play a part. And all of us agreed collectively. And that's how I employ the government to actually support that the vision of Niger Delta, our future, our land, our future.
From 2012 to 2016, Shell Petroleum and Development Company has contributed a total of $29 billion to the federal government and $1.8 billion to the NDDC from 2002 till date, in accordance with statutory law, which requests all IOCs make a compulsory payment of 3% of their budget to the NDDC.
The triathlete team has emerged winner of the 2017 Unilever Africa Idea Trophy for Ghana and Nigeria. This year's theme, Awake to What Really Matters, attracted a total of 9 teams from both countries. The concept of the event is to create a platform for the presentation of various ideas that promote the Lipton tea brand among young people.
It's the grand finale of the Unilever Africa Idea Trophy 2017, taking place in Lagos. And young minds armed with various concepts and ideas that will position the Lipton brand of tea as one to crave, take time out to pitch what they have.
And driving Lipton as a healthy drink is not just it's from your physical well-being to your mental well-being.
To set the ball rolling, the managing director of Unilever Ghana Nigeria, Yo Nsako, gives the keynote address.
The key thing, therefore, is that a tendency for us to condemn ourselves to what some people call a tyranny of low expectations. We say, no, we are in Africa, and therefore things can start late, things can be dirty, and it doesn't matter. There is absolutely no excuse. It's a fallacy of fallacies that there is a geographically based definition of excellence.
The judges must get this right as more young minds reel out ideas on repositioning Lipton tea.
Let your tea reflect who you are. You can have strawberries, you can have whipped cream.
The event is also spiced up with performances and pep talks before the eventual winner is announced. Tension builds as the moment of truth arrives at the last 4 teams standing take to the stage. But only one wins the main prize.
The winner of Idea Trophy for Unilever in 2017 is Triaki.
It's been a big opportunity. It's been an awesome experience. It's been an insightful one, and we're so happy, we're so glad, we're so grateful, we're so thankful.
The management appears impressed by the event.
These young people coming up with fantastic ideas that some of us that have worked in organizations for many years have not thought about. I think it's super great.
Ideas, they say, rule the world. And Unilever Africa may have once again demonstrated a reason they have stayed strong for 125 years and counting.
Let's check in on the world of business now. Here's Anne Mawudu.
You first. First Bank.
Thank you, Amarachi, and welcome to Business News. The World Bank and the International Monetary Fund are expected to review Nigeria's GDP growth forecast for 2017, which is currently standing at 0.8%. And this comes as the central bankers and ministers of finance from around the world, including Nigeria, converge on Washington for the annual meetings of the 2 Bretton Woods institutions. At the meeting, the IMF will be unveiling its World Economic Outlook for the rest of 2017, 2018 and 2019, as well as its Global Financial Stability Report. It will also introduce the medium-term revenue strategy and how developing countries can transform their tax systems, while the World Bank will examine global food security and poverty eradication. The Lagos State government will fulfill its promises on infrastructural developments in the state, and that's according to the Governor Akinwumi Ambode at a roundtable organized by the Harvard Business School Association of Nigeria. Our business correspondent Temple Ashaju reports.
The Harvard Business School Association in Nigeria is an offshoot of the official alumni for the world's premier institution on leadership, the Harvard Business School. The aim of members with this meeting is to have first-hand information on the efforts of the Lagos State government to address its infrastructure gaps.
Investors understand investing on a city scale. Investors get it about investing in a bridge or a power plant or water treatment or something like that. It's hard to imagine a public-private partnership on the federal level for much else. So 3 reasons to look at cities.
The state governor, Akinwumi Ambode, explains why government resolved to tackle the various sectoral infrastructure deficits and the need for financing.
We represent hope to many people, and we must provide for all who make Lagos their home. If Lagos works, we could have a chance as a nation to work on others. The questions before us today will be questions like this. How do we bridge this gap in infrastructure? Considering that revenues are not growing at the same rates as the rapidly increasing population.
The ongoing projects center around electricity supply, transportation, and urban renewal projects as communicated by some members of the cabinet.
We are inspiring a lot of confidence in investors worldwide, not only because of the fact that it's a democratic government, but more importantly, because of the fact that the government has established its credibility, that when we say we are going to do something, we stay committed.
So we adopted a very broad and holistic approach, which means everything fit together tidily. Because without that, there's no sense in just talking about one aspect of infrastructure, knowing full well that you fix one part, you overwhelm another part.
The discourse here has created room for investment opportunities. It's now left for individuals and institutional investors to take full advantage. Temple Ashaju, Channels Television News.
Demands across all major counters of the Nigerian Stock Exchange have pushed the all-share index to a 6-week high amid rising investor confidence on the equities market. Let's join Emana Amawe for the details.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The 3-day bull run recorded in the first week of October enters a 4th consecutive session in the start of the 2nd week on the back of continued rally and investor confidence on the equities market. Gains recorded across 5 major sectors of the NSE lifted the market cap further by 176 billion naira and the all-share index by 1.41% to 36,831.93. And top out of 27 gainers on Monday are the share prices of May & Baker International Breweries and Sterling Bank. On the flip side, AG Leventis, Diamond Bank and NACO saw the highest price drop among 21 losers. Overall transactions saw a moderate volume turnover of 262.16 million units of shares, worth nearly 3 billion naira from 4,283 deals. Diamond Bank, Axis and Zenith Bank are the top 3 most actively traded stocks for the day. And that's it on the Stock Market Report. I'm Emana Amawe.
Thanks a lot, Emana. And that's Business News Tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Anne Nwawado. It's back to you, Amarachi.
You first. First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, 2015 African Footballer of the Year, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, among 30 nominees for the 2017 Ballon d'Or. That's on Sports News. Please stay with us.